What's up, guys? Chase Oliver here, bringing you my TNA Impact Wrestling No Surrender review. Let's get started with this one. I felt No Surrender kicked off in the right way with the Knockouts Battle Royale. You had it where pretty much this whole match was set up for Jessica Havoc to show her dominance as the newest knockout on the block. They did a really good job with Havoc here tonight, having her almost eliminate everyone in this match, and she looked like a beast doing it. And like I said in my last Impact Wrestling review, find a way to get the Knockouts title on Havoc sooner rather than later. The sooner you get the belt on her, the better the results you're going to see, TNA. Trust me on this one. The sooner you make Havoc your Knockouts champion, the better it will be. I remember last week in my Impact Wrestling review, I talked about how if you're going to make Chris Melendez feel like a big deal, TNA, have him beat legit competition. Competition that feels like, I can't believe he beat this guy type of competition, instead of someone like DJZ, who I know is the resident jobber in TNA. And look at that. To come back this week, you have it with Kenny King and MVP. They're calling out Chris Melendez. They want Melendez to join their posse. He has good media. He has good press. It would help out MLK get that good media and press, and he could be the bad boy. I thought that shit was funny. And then afterwards, Melendez stands up for him. So I was like, no, I am not going to do that. And Kenny King's like, all right, guess we're going to have to fight right here, right now. And this was actually a pretty solid matchup between the two. I really like the dynamics here between King and Melendez. I was actually enthralled watching it. This was a very solid TV match. For me, at least, I really dig this match a lot. And we had it where, Kenny King is acting all cocky. Melendez gets that nice little roll-up surprise victory. And boy, a legit win for Chris Melendez. It shows that TNA may be taking this guy a little bit seriously and may actually do something with him, which I am all for. If you're going to present this guy in a big way, TNA, you have to do big stuff with him. And this is good stuff that you're doing with him beating Kenny King. Afterwards, you get Kenny King threatening to pull off the prosthetic leg and shove it right up his ass. I thought that shit was funny when Kenny King said that. It was just so random. I'm like, why would you say that? It's good heel heat, I guess. And then you have it where Mr. Anderson makes the save for Chris Melendez, and it looks like they may be setting up something for Chris Melendez and Mr. Anderson to take on MVP and Kenny King. And it's also good that MVP and Kenny King are doing their own separate things instead of always just being like guys who feed off whatever Destroyer Lashley's doing. It's good that you can separate these guys to do other storylines as well, which I liked a lot too. So overall, really good segment by TNA this week. Samoa Joe versus Homicide for the TNA X Division title, I thought was a pretty solid match. Not the best encounter between these two, but it was a very solid match for what they gave it time for. I felt like you could have given this match a little bit more time. That's just me. I just felt like, just a little bit extra time would have hurt. But this was a solid matchup. Samoa Joe ends up retaining with the Kikina clutch. But really, to be honest, the match became an afterthought to me, because then afterwards, James Storm and his rebellion, as he's calling it, which I love, by the way, the rebellion with the Great Sonata and the new and improved Manic. I was like, saying to myself, who the fuck is that? And the dude with the hood and the mask, and all of a sudden, I saw it was Manic. I was like, that's the new Manic? Oh my god, I thought TNA was going to be lazy with this shit. I thought they were just going to give him like a black Suicide costume or the black Manic costume. I thought they were just going to do that, but they completely changed his look. And what a way to make James Storm Rebellion look strong. This has to be some of the best character booking in wrestling today, what they're doing with the James Storm Rebellion stuff. These guys actually look legit. These guys are not fighting like little pussy guys like Tigre Uno and like freaking DJZ and Robbie E. They're not beating up those losers. They're beating up legit guys. And these are two legit guys in the X Division, and Samoa Joe, the X Division champion, and Homicide, someone who's going to be a contender for the X Division title, at least for his time when he's with TNA. So you have it where these two guys beat up these two legit stars, and they look legit in the process. Fucking loving what they're doing with James Storm as Rebellion. I like Manic's new look. I don't know what his new name is yet. They didn't really announce it, but I love his new look. I'm loving Great Sonata. I'm loving James Storm. What a perfect way to introduce a new character, TNA. Bravo. Whatever you're doing with James Storm and stuff, keep it up, because this shit is awesome, and I'm enjoying it. Match number 3 in the tag team series between the Wolves, the Dudleys, and the Hardys for the TNA tag team titles. By God, this is by far the best match in this series. And it was just a ladder match, and now they're going to go to Full Metal Mayhem. Oh, shit. This is some good stuff. This ladder match was good stuff. Definitely check it out if you haven't. I had fun watching it. Kind of my fun that got taken away when I said, well, I know the Wolves are going to win because they want to try to get match number 4 out of this series. But really, to be honest, I just had fun watching this match. It was vintage Hardys in a ladder match. It was vintage Dudleys in a ladder match. I liked how they kept it towards the ladders. They didn't try to bring in any other devices into this match. They kept it just with the ladders as the main weapons. That's what I liked the most out of this match. I felt they did a really good job with this ladder match. The Wolves winning made sense because you want to try to get to that match number 4 of this tag team series. So I was fine with it. And really, to be honest, if they did this in a ladder match with just plain fucking ladders, just imagine how great Full Metal Mayhem will be when that happens. Holy crap, I cannot wait for Full Metal Mayhem between these 3 teams. This ladder match was good. Go check it out if you haven't already. Match number 3 in the tag team series between the Wolves, the Dudleys, and the Hardys for the TNA tag team titles. By God, this is by far the best match in this series. And it was just a ladder match. And now they're going to go to Full Metal Mayhem. Oh, shit. This is some good stuff. This ladder match was good stuff. Definitely check it out if you haven't. I had fun watching it. Kind of my fun that got taken away when I said, well, I know the Wolves are going to win because they want to try to get match number 4 out of this series. But really, to be honest, I just had fun watching this match. It was vintage Hardys in a ladder match. It was vintage Dudleys in a ladder match. I liked how they kept it towards the ladders. They didn't try to bring in any other devices into this match. They kept it just with the ladders as the main weapons. That's what I liked the most out of this match. I felt they did a really good job with this ladder match. The Wolves winning made sense because you want to try to get to that match number 4 of this tag team series. So I was fine with it. And really, to be honest, if they did this in a ladder match with just plain fucking ladders, just imagine how great Full Metal Mayhem will be when that happens. Holy crap, I cannot wait for Full Metal Mayhem between these 3 teams. This ladder match was good. Go check it out if you haven't already. Roode versus Lashley for the TNA World Heavyweight title. What a good match. This was a good main event for your No Surrender special show. I really got myself into this match. I felt it was the best pure match of the night. I really felt they did a good job here. But one thing I will say is this. I feel like Roode and Lashley, that they could have ended it in a way where you could get a rematch out of it. Because for me and my money's worth, Bobby Roode is the guy in TNA right now. Lashley right now is one of the best World Heavyweight Champions you've ever had in your company's history. I would think you would want to try to build this match for a rematch at, I don't know, maybe Bound for Glory or another Impact Wrestling special show, whatever it may be. I figured you want to save this match for a little bit later on, but they kind of just, went with all the backup tricks in this one, if you get what I'm saying. They did all the stuff that I pictured in a rematch. I mean, you had Roode kick out of Lashley's spear. Why would you have him kick out of Lashley's spear during the first match of their encounter? I mean, seriously, why? You could have saved that for like the second match. I felt like they gave out too much in this damn match. I mean, it was still a good match, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the match could get better. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think if these two had a rematch, it could be a much better match because I feel like they gave us all their bags of tricks of what they wanted to do in this match here tonight. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think they can go a little bit better. I felt they gave us way too much. It was still a good match nonetheless. Bobby Lashley retaining is the right decision because you shouldn't have this guy lose the TNA title until Bound for Glory, if not after Bound for Glory. That's the only time you should have this man lose the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Lashley's still the Destroyer, still one of the best world champions in TNA history, and you can even argue he may be the best world champion in wrestling today. Yeah, you could even argue that with Bobby Lashley. You can't beat him, the Destroyer Lashley. But like I said, good match. Maybe just gave out too much bag of tricks here tonight. Overall, I felt No Surrender was a really good show. I was into this show from the start. It was like bang, bang, bang. It flowed nicely. The right guys went over. I felt they did a good job producing some of the characters on this show. I was just saying, man, this was a good show by TNA. Probably one of their better weekly shows in a while because they've been producing some solid shows. Some like, it's a solid show. But for me, mine is probably Bram and Gunner. I was entertained for most of the show. I was into most of the show throughout the whole night. This was a really good show by Impact Wrestling here tonight. What did you guys think about No Surrender 2014? Did you like the show? Did you not like this show? Comment down below your thoughts on No Surrender 2014. If you guys like me, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at ChaseAuger68 and check out my website, chillingwithchase.com. Hope you guys have yourself a good day. I'll see you all later. Peace.